Walk into his camera. Walk into the camera. Walk right into the camera. Lie that you're being harassed. Lie that he harassed you. Lie that you felt harassed. Nobody's going to believe him with so many witnesses. Nobody's going to believe him if you tell people he's crazy. Nobody's going to believe him with the police on your side. See how the people who report that I harassed them with a camera walked right into it while I was standing still? I'm going to keep playing these on a loop so you can begin to detect the patterns as I did. The primary qualification is they have to compulsively lie and be able to lie under oath. Like William Skinner, now a public figure in front of my rental property. He was provided my name and identity by law enforcement, building management, and the security guards to specifically provoke and entrap me night after night for years. Now watch this.
He's harassing me for the last 6 months. Now stop budding. I don't bud you. I don't know you. I don't know who you are. Leave me alone. Please, leave me alone, because I don't bud you.
What a liar. Here's building manager Rodante Mendoza stating Skinner even knew my apartment location.
Well, he didn't say Mr. O'Keefe. He says the guy from 500.
Oh, he knows my unit. I walked up to William Skinner with my camera only one time, on June 2nd, 2013, and now I have him documented many more times, walking into my camera to be photographed by me deliberately. This is what police call initiating something, with their informant provocateurs. Pawns made kings, likely on police wires or button cams. I've left these faces uncensored because I can prove they approached me to get their photo taken when my camera was out. There are many, many more who did this. Police counterintelligence can fake any evidence through informant acting and lies. If it's a disgrace to law enforcement and a disgrace to humanity, it's probably the pride of the government at work. It's federal police. Illegal RCMP surveillance wanted me falsely associated with their drug informant network by having them stalk and swarm around me at my regular destinations. You can see the drug addiction burned right into some of these faces. They take people you don't want to see or be around and keep dropping them into your path to provoke a response. Any response. These local stalkers and provocateurs are activated by mobile phone whenever I'm nearing their territory. The combined stalking and swarming, with all the lying that they're not doing it, also known as gaslighting, is done in the hopes to get me to snap, attack, injure, or kill them, as any long-term stalking victim might eventually do. By telling the whole community that I'm mentally unstable and off my medication, they're unwittingly creating the stalking target's modus operandi. The informant's police handlers certainly don't go chasing around their informants, telling everybody that they're mentally unstable because they're whacked out of their mind on drugs. The honest, unconnected person has to be harassed, smeared, and discredited by the law enforcement protected network until nobody believes anything. When one is in the bins, another is not in the lobby. When one is in the lobby, another is not in the CCTV blind spot. When one is in the parking lot, another is not in front of the building. They are separate and blind to the police counterintelligence agenda to swarm me, ignorant of each other's stalking positions and roles, while working unwittingly together to create the modus operandi for one of their own doom. If I take out even one of them, I'm imprisoned, and the legal threat to the illegal network is eliminated. They are either clueless or so far gone from addiction they volunteered for a chance to be taken out of their miseries. Law enforcement informant handlers simply don't want to take care of stung drug dealers, manufacturers, and junkies for life. They have a very limited use, so if any of my organized stalkers end up mysteriously missing or dead, it's probably law enforcement connected. Plus, if informants squeal, the long-running law enforcement-directed, informant-protected drug supply scheme falls apart. They have to be paid well and treated like pure gold until eliminated from the network. The way a law enforcement counterintelligence stalking victim identifies this is to do nothing but keep documenting the stalking and swarming so the patterns become apparent to the most casual analysis. An army of informants, an entire nation of drug users and dealers, and yet no one knows where the source, supply, and manufacture is originating from, and the regular patrol police must be made deliberately ignorant of the lookouts, mules, manufacture, and whereabouts, hidden in plain sight. RCMP, drug squad, and major crime units handle these issues, not the information-gathering, regular police. A big mistake with police counterintelligence is thinking that the mirage men are always just creating a mirage. It's usually at least half the time the real thing. Beyond what you see here, police counterintelligence put out the word to the homeless, drug lookouts, and mules on the street that if they see me on the street with the camera out, to hit me up for change out of everybody else in the crowd. The used and ignorant panhandler doesn't know that I know I've been targeted out of everybody else by police direction. The police simply need the panhandler informant to report that I'm randomly harassing the disenfranchised with photos. Hence my being targeted by counterintelligence until diagnosed with mental illnesses. It started with bipolar 1, then 3 more major mental illnesses after more years of counterintelligence stalking. By now I most likely am bipolar 1, as far as what psychiatry has classified it. With every additional psychiatric diagnosis, all involved might as well have slaughtered a few lambs and danced around a pentagram. Obviously you're not seeing delusions here. What are the chances of all these disparate people following the same street theater stage direction? Walk into the camera. Walk into the camera. Walk into the camera. Walk into the camera.